It's your girl, Biyuke Kawai, and it's the Biyuke Kawai show. So, on this a bit sunny afternoon, it's not sunny where I am, but it's a tiny bit sunny. But yeah, we're just gonna work with that. Either ways, good afternoon, everyone. How you doing? How was your day? I hope you had a good day. Hope you had a great day. If you're listening to this in the morning, good morning. If you're listening to this in the afternoon, good afternoon. If you're listening to this wherever, good day to you. And hope you're having a fantastic day like I am. Am I really having a fantastic day? That's a good question because I just assumed right now that I was having a fantastic day. But I asked myself, am I really having a fantastic day? Because, girl, hmm, it's not really like serious gist though, but it's just more like job market is the ghetto, is the ultimate ghetto. See, I've actually not applied for any today yet, but yeah, the amount of, unfortunately, we're going with another candidate has been overwhelming, and it's been like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm just dusting it, literally just dusting it. And like, do you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna keep on doing. But yeah, that's where I am right now. I am job hunting. I recently just finished school, my masters. It has been my masters itself has been it was a really great experience. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people in my class, to be fair, have that. They're like, oh my god, it's not so good, blah 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 blah. To be fair, I feel like I relatively enjoyed the program. I enjoyed the collaboration. I enjoyed sharing ideas with people. I enjoyed the fact that even if when I was writing my final project, it was very scary because I was working alone for someone that actually like collaborating with people. I was working alone and it was so scary. I did ask a friend of mine, or I don't know, as call her a friend, like an acquaintance of mine or a colleague of mine, for us to work together as at that time. But she was like, oh no, she wanted to work by herself. And to be fair, it kind of pained me. It pained me because I'm like, I put myself out there. Literally, it's like I put myself out there to toast you, and you're like, it just cuts me off. I'm like, no. But funny thing is that we actually did work together. We worked together, but worked together individually in a sense. So there's sometimes that I have like I need like an idea. I need to bounce off ideas with people. I'll speak to her, but like we did have like our backs with each other, and I would say that I'll definitely qualify as a friend right now. Maybe then it was like acquaintances, but right now I feel like I'll call her a friend because we've gone beyond just school thingy and start having conversations about our personal taste and all of that. Anyways, but that has been my experience regarding job until it has just been a lot of unfortunate. But the thing is, I'm not even ready to think about it. I'm not ready to try to do all about it because I know God's plans for me are amazing and good and great and awesome. So the thing is, this podcast is just gonna be me yanning. And if you want to hear me yarn multiple times, guess what you have to do? You have to follow me and you have to comment. And you have to give me your insights about the things I'm yarning about. Yeah, if you don't agree with me, call it. Say, BKK, I don't agree with you. Tell me. Well, you can also say it. Obviously, you're criticizing me, or you want to talk about the things that I've said and you don't agree with. That's fine, but you can do it with respect because everybody wants loves respect. We're trying to build intentional community right there. I am trying to build intentional community. I hope you're doing the same. So, today we're really not because today's our first episode, and I don't want to bore you. It's not like I'm gonna bore you, but definitely I'm not boring you because you're listening to me. But I don't want to like have long conversation. I want this conversation to be demure, to be really to be demure and just like soft and all of that. But before that, I have a story that I wanted to tell you. So the thing is, I recently went there to when I got into a new country. I am in a new country. And when I got into this country, it is not common for, because obviously in new country you don't know people and all of that. So the person I was staying, or the family I was staying with, for some reason the wife was not around, and it was just I and the husband with the child. So that day, the husband has been cooking, has been a great, amazing host, and he has been cooking. And that day, I just got tired of eating rice and indomie or something. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna cook beans. I brought beans. I'm like, I'm going to make akara and do beans and do ogi, like proper. It was a Saturday morning, and we all know. I would say, in my own family, in my culture, where I come from, Nigeria, every Saturday morning we made it an habit, especially when I was younger, to eat akara and ogi, or moi moi and ogi, like moi moi and pap, akara pap, and it was awesome. It was awesome. The funny thing, before I continue my story, was that a friend of mine said that it is now that she's older that she's able to be like, do you know what? It's akara is not, no, sorry, she was talking about moi moi. Moi moi is not so hard to make. That she just put this, and that's that. But the funny thing is that when we were younger, and I kind of related to the story she was saying, because when we were younger, it seemed like cooking moi moi is such like a dramatic thing. You have to first spill the beans. Personally, my mom didn't like us like soaking the beans overnight. So it's that morning we will peel the beans. Then you make, obviously you have to make it soft a bit. Then you put your pepper. Then you have to go and grind it, because as at that time I don't even think, maybe we had blender, but I think at the back of my mom's mind or something, like you cannot use. I don't even know if we had blender, to be fair. Like I'm trying to remember. I feel like my mom was one of those people that actually bought stuffs to keep in the house, but I can't remember us blending beans with blender. Even pepper, like even like pepper, like you have to go out to grind it. Anyways, so she was just talking about how it's right now where she is very easy. She just put the beans in the blender. It's the back of the, what's that, the thing that's at the back of the beans, the brown thingy, it's peeled off already. She's grinding, like everything is like so fast and quick. But when she was younger, it was so dramatic, and I feel like everybody should relate to that, because Saturday, especially in my house, Saturday was a very long morning. Let me not lie. Apart from the fact that later at night or later in the evening you're resting, Saturday morning was not something I looked forward in, to be fair, because from in the morning you're waking up. Obviously, you're doing like devotion in the morning in my house, and after devotion, you're washing toilet, you're sweeping. It's like a lot of numerous chores to do, and it's just a lot. Like you just keep doing it over and over again. Like when I was young, I was not looking forward to Saturdays. Sundays, definitely, because my mom's yam and egg banged so bad. But Saturday, it was not it. But the only thing with Sunday was that you had to start preparing for school on Monday, so you have to start doing assignment. Oh my god, my childhood is not. It was interesting, but whatever. So back to the story that I was talking about earlier. So in this place, because I'm in a new country, I'm staying in this family that they don't even really know their neighbor. I decided that, okay, let's take a trip down to my childhood and do some fry some akara and drink some pap, because they had pap. I even brought pap, but they had pap in their house. So I did it. Their blender is just very normal, simple blender. I think like it's those blender that does like the barest minimum, barest minimum blender. And me, I didn't know. I just put all the beans there. The for for crying out loud, the blender started smoking. Hey, I was like Jesus. But really, I was like, really, Jesus, wait till they sup now. Nah, just beans I won't cook. I be beans I won't grind. That was what I do. I do you know when, I don't know whether everybody has the same feeling that I have, where you think about something, you know that this is what you want, but basically you have started, like you already know that, oh my god, this is this food, I really want to enjoy this food, I really want to like eat this food, and then something stops it, or you're not able to do it. Like it's very annoying. It is very annoying. That was when blender stops working. I was like, Jesus, what we have on? I'm like, will I waste these beans and just go and drink pop like that? I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Guess what I did? I stepped out of the apartment. I went to the next apartment. I knocked on their door, asked if they have blender. I collected their they did give me their blender. I went in, I obviously washed it, used the blender, washed it again, and returned it. And the man was just looking at me like, "Are you fine? This is something that is that like obviously something that he has never thought about, and this is something that this babe just did. Imagine, like just imagine." So it was just to be fair, I just wanted to eat good food. It's not like the food I've been eating have been bad, but it's just like, like they didn't give me the vibe that I wanted. So I really, really, I really wanted to eat that particular meal, and I am so glad that happened. In fact, I enjoyed the meal so that I feel like everybody like at home that day ate the meal and they did enjoy it. So sometimes you just have to do you have to do what you have to do. And funny thing is that this, and just talking about this, pushing your goal, because something that you know that it's not common to do, because believe me, I'm so sure those the family thought about like, oh my god, those people came to college blender, like that's crazy. Yeah, it's not a normal thing. Like maybe another person would have just given up. And it's now speaking to me particularly that maybe because you don't have to give up. Regarding like obviously I'm not even giving up, but I'm just saying that um I don't have to maybe I need to like look at another way to get a job. Like is it funny thing is that a friend of not a friend, but some of my classmates were like, "Oh, a lot of people right now they are emailing the CEOs to apply for jobs." I'm like, is that what have to do right now? Like, start emailing CEOs to get a job? Does it even work? I don't know until I try it. So I think it's just something that I am thinking about doing, but I've not yet gotten to that yet. But that's where we are, and I also have something else to talk about, which is recently I not recent, but recently I would say recently I because one thing I do at the beginning of the month most of the time is buy things for the house. I buy like meat, tomato, pepper, like basic things that I used to cook. And I buy the meat for the month. And I even if my meat finish, to be fair, I don't go out of my way most of the time to buy it. I did buy an extra one last month, but most times, apart from last month, I don't go out of my way to buy. So I don't go to the market to start saying, oh, I want to buy like meat, chicken, or whatnot. I just use whatever I have in my house. And for some reason, last month, I was very, and this is my very, uh, what is she talking about kind of vibe. Like, do you get? I understand that. But it just, and most people might not relate to it, which is fine. As I said, it's fine. You don't have to relate to every freaking thing I said. But it's just more like what like I then was asking myself, okay, I think I wanted to cook something and I realized that I don't have any meat, fish or anything in my fridge. But I had eggs. So I boiled eggs obviously the first time I did and I ate. But I felt like missing that, oh my God, I'm not chewing meat and this and that. And it was very irritating to me. So I'm like, at first time, I was like, do you know what? I need to go and buy meat. I can't just do this. No, 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 no. I'm working. I need to. Like, she's like, man, I was just saying things that, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I need to make calm down, sis, calm down. That's like sometimes that's what I tell myself, like, calm down, sis, calm down. Like, yeah, I hear you, you're working, blah 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 blah. We hear you, we understand. Calm down. But anyways, I did tell myself to calm down. But then in telling myself to calm down, I realized that really, Bukola, you have such an amazing privilege that you are even saying that, oh, you're not eating meat, but you're eating egg. Yeah, whatever. But you're not eating meat. And you even still have the ability to now say, okay, you want to go out to buy. this meat or fish or whatever. And it's just very interesting because I'm like, there are some people out there that they just even want the food itself. They don't want meat. Like, don't give us meat, it's fine. Just give me food. And in as much as I glanced over it, I was speaking to a friend that I'll keep mentioning her name multiple times in this pod. But the thing is, I said it, but I don't think she really understood where I was coming from because I'm like, the fact that it's a privilege to be able to, like, for me, it's a normal thing, but to others, it's like, just even give us the food. We don't necessarily need the meat. It's made me just pause a bit and be like, I should be thankful for where I am. So maybe this episode would be I don't know the title of this episode, but maybe it's gonna be like a thankful episode because it just made me realize that okay, girl, you do have some privilege in this particular, like, in this area of your life. So but it was something very interesting to me, and I because I would say that generally I would say, oh, I'm a particularly I would say I'm a very thankful person in life, like even regarding my life to God. I would say in a quote on unquote, I would say I'm quite thankful, but even like that's made me realize that because like, you're not even thankful about that. You even have the grace to have meat on your plate. And yeah, it was very interesting to me. Um, girls. Oh, guys. So I'm not talking to just ladies alone, obviously. But the thing is, I posted on my LinkedIn that I'm going to be doing like a series where I'm going to be talking about something. I've only posted once, and this is not funny. It is not. Because I am trying to post consistently. But it's not just a me thing. And I know that it doesn't have to be a me thing. It's LinkedIn. Everybody says stuff that whether they mean or they don't mean. Everybody just trying to um put stuff out there and like just so that like I am visible and all of that. But at the same time, like, can I just not do it? Really, can I just not do it? Because you have my basic thing. Like you already know that I worked in this place. I've taken this certificates. I have this degree and all of that. Like I feel like that should be like my basic minimal stuff. There was a guy that I was speaking to about it, and it was like, "Oh no, you have to keep on doing it. You have to be posting every day. You have to be checking the conscious." I say, "Hey, on top LinkedIn guy." I shall say, okay, I will try, but in that trying, my dear, I am not trying anything. But I will try. At the same time, even in my on trying, I'm going to still try. But I would try. I would try. I am okay. I feel like I'm convincing myself right now. I'm not convincing you. I feel like I'm convincing myself right now. But yeah, it is what it it is what it is. I I just I just feel like it's very interesting how life goes uh, and how it's very. I'm just grateful to God, irrespective. Like I obviously there are fears and there are some difficult conversations that I am currently having with myself. Well, I won't say currently, or I've been having. No, I won't say currently, and I won't say I've been having, but it's more like conversation that I've come into my heart, but I've just avoided. Yeah, but there are conversations that I know that I should have. One of them will be, oh, did I make the right decision of coming to where I am right now, coming to the UK, and it's like, or should I have just continued my career path when I was in Nigeria? With obviously I would have moved to another level and maybe probably be like a manager or be managing like a team now because that's where most of my mates are right now back home in Nigeria. And here I am. And here I am trying to look for a job. And the funny thing is that before I left, there was a woman. There was an amazing HR that was in my DM that she was like, "Oh, Bukola, just take this role, take this role, take this role." But I'm like, I love you. No, but I don't love her because I don't really know her. But I'm like, I respect you. I understand what you're trying to do, but I can't. And I turned that down twice. And even irrespective of that, I am right here now trying to figure out, oh, did I make the right decision for myself? And I know I feel like I did because I've always been the kind of person that it's not just about traveling to doing jackpot in a sense. It's like, oh, do you know what you're coming to do here? Do you have like plans? I've always been that kind of person. I've always like been very, oh, it's not just vibes and inshallah. I'm sorry, I didn't come here to just do that. Like there was like some crazy ass money that was spent to come to this place, and how are you gonna get back that money? And what's your career progression and all of those things? And it's girl. When I said girl, I'm talking to both parties at this point. You know how the Bible say man and you're talking to man and woman. I'm talking to both. And when I say girl, I'm talking to both boys, like ladies and men. Basically, I'm just trying to say that it's not a very easy thing to leave your family, to leave your career, and to come here, come into a new country to start looking for a job. And I should give myself more credit that I am giving. But yeah, it is what it is. So I feel like this is about to be like the end of the no, I don't mean end of podcast, like end of this episode. Yeah, end of this episode, and it's been an interesting one. I can't wait to record episode 2, episode 3, episode 5, episode 10, episode 100, episode 200, episode 500. And obviously, in all of these, I am having sponsors. I feel like I'm speaking it into existence. Am I? I think so. Okay, girl. Okay, okay, okay. There'll be sponsors and deals ranging from 100 million to 200 million. Obviously, this is not around speaking. I'm talking about dollars and pounds. Yeah. $200 million, $300 million. Yeah, I don't, girl, I don't know. They're just deals that's gonna happen, and I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting it as the girlies will say. I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting it. Anyways, it is what it is. I want to ask a question, which is, and it's a question I'm definitely going to have to answer in the next episode, which is, are there things that you don't talk about, but you think about it? What do I mean? In terms of, like, maybe they're like, maybe it's not like it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. It doesn't really mean, it's just more like, are there things where you think about consistently and you don't necessarily want to say it because you're shy, or maybe people will not really understand what you're saying, because there's some conversations that sometimes I would like to have with my friends and they might not necessarily get me. I don't want to say that they're not deep like that, but yeah, they might not necessarily get. There's actually one particular person I have random conversations with, and is an amazing person. But most times I don't want to keep disturbing him. Do you get? And I just want to have like normal conversation with my friends, but I just feel like they're not in that space to be fair. And but if there are any of those conversations that you think that, oh, you can necessarily have it with people, you can send it to me, or gonna definitely have those conversations. I am ready to talk about random shit. I'm serious. I'm ready to talk about random things, very very random things, like very very random things. Yes. So just send me a message, hit me up, comment, however you want to get across to me. Just get it across to me, and we're gonna have the conversation. Obviously, I'm going to say like, comment, and follow, because this is gonna be on Spotify. I don't know if I'm going to be putting this on YouTube yet because YouTube is face. And technically, right now, I do marry your. I have your face, obviously, but I don't know if I'm going to put in that on the YouTube page yet. But I would actually really like if you follow me on this journey, this tiny, amazing journey of me, Yanni, and having fun and talking to people and having guests. And so we're gonna do something real quick. So I'm gonna play a very old song. But one thing I would like to do basically is play an old song of something of like a childhood song that I really, really enjoyed. And one song that I definitely, definitely, definitely always love would be Olivia. I want me like a Girl, I'm so like Star Plus. Ah, ah, Star Plus. I can't even start having that conversation right now because I feel like we'll not go anywhere today if we have that conversation. Star Plus. Hmm. Every every of that song, and it's back to back. I'm serious. Like I was in I won't say I was in love with like them, but I was in love with their songs. I was always feeling very fly while singing it. Oh my god! Like I love, 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 love Star Plus, and that's gonna be Look for Me basically by Star Plus will be our first song of like a throwback song basically of the episode. Yeah. And I think you should listen to it. I think you should open your Spotify right now and play Only for me, oh, like why me that good. Only for me, oh, baby. My shirt finishing like, do it to me, oh, only for me, oh. Okay, I'm having too much. I'm having too much fun, but yeah, this was interesting and nice. I go and listen to Olu for me. So we've come to the end of this episode. Oh my god, I feel like I'm having too much fun. I don't want to go. But yeah, we've come to the end of this episode. I feel like it was I don't feel. I know that this was an interesting episode, and I cannot wait to record all of that episode. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much fun. But I pray before I leave, I pray for consistency to keep on and to have more amazing and intentional conversations. And I can't wait for the people that's going to listen to these to be able to send in their all random conversations and their own experience. Because girl, we're going to talk about it. Every single thing we are yarning it back to back, back to back. So it's nice to meet you. As I said, it's your girl BUK Kawai on the BUK Kawai show. All right, it's your girl BUK Kawai. Have fun. Have a good day. Have a great day. Have a blessed weekend. But yeah.